share one thought that's not in my little book this morning, but as Brother Danny was talking about Ezekiel and the fear, it brought to mind the song that we sing, God will take care of you. That first line says, be not dismayed, whate'er betide. God will take care of you. Wherever you are, that's what we must believe. But one thing that goes with that, you must be a child of God. Amen. And believe before this song is true. So don't just stop with the song. There's another verse that goes with it. I was amazed this morning in Sunday school as Brother Dan shared, because it so much went along with what I'm going to share this morning. I thought, our Heavenly Father has such a sense of humor. This little story that I'm going to share, I've tossed around in my Bible, in my devotion book for 5 or 6 months, thinking, one of these days I'm going to use that. And the fact that I used it today and everything that Brother Dan said this morning, I thought, God, you just were right there in the plan. So the word I'm going to ask you this morning, what is an inheritance? Well, it's a big word to think about. We can envision what it might be in our lives. Inheritance. Some of us will think about it might be like winning the lottery. Oh, having all these things you ever wanted. I want you to think about it in another way this morning. So let us take a look at the word inheritance. Something you might be given sometime in your future. What is it? Well, you're left a gift of importance. Maybe it's large, maybe it's small. But you didn't expect it. You didn't work for it. But you find out it's yours to keep. God has given us about 70 years of good life, more or less. But in today's living, many of us will have maybe 90 years or more. I'm enjoying mine. Those extra years are a gift from God. You don't know when the gift will be yours, but when you do, how you use that gift of extra years is up to you. Matthew 6:19-21 says, do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moth nor rust destroy, and thieves do not steal. For where your treasure is, your heart is there also. Years ago, this little story, the one I was talking about, tossing around in my Bible and all, Dr. James Dodson, a family psychologist and a well-known TV personality that especially was active in family making, talking about making families wonderful and together and all. In the 90s, he was also a Christian author, and he told this story. This is a story that I've had all these years. Dr. Dodson and he and his children, who were teenagers, were playing the very popular game called Monopoly. Most of us are familiar with that. It was very exciting as everyone was buying up properties, hotels, and resorts. And Dr. Dodson was really enjoying it because he was in power. He was the big winner. I'm rich, he said to his kids. I owe all you have. And he began to place the little metal models and the paper money back into the box. Then he realized this is much like life for many people. All their life they buy and save, accumulate wealth, make the big plan, and at the end of the game of life, it's all put back in the box for the next player in life to take it out and spend it like they want to. You have no control of the outcome. What was it Solomon said? Life is just a vapor. We live it in vain. Soon it's gone and all is forgotten. Where is your treasure? The greatest treasure we all have is the treasure that God has given us, his Son, Jesus. As God's children, we have inherited everything that Jesus died for. How will we honor that treasure? We are never good enough to get into heaven on our own. It's Jesus living in us that opens that gate. Be ready to step inside for his blessings.
Amen.